Hey friends, welcome back to Llama Mama Kayla's Yarn Tube. I'm Kayla, and I want to say thank you for stopping by for a visit today. I hope you're all having a great Saturday. I am starting my day, and I hope that it's a great one. I'm going to make it the best that I can, that's for sure. So, like I said, it's Saturday. So yesterday we spent the whole day at the hospital. I had an echogram and then I had an iron infusion, and it just took a long time. The poor guy that does my iron infusion, he's an older gentleman, and I would diagnose. I mean, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a professional by any means, but I would definitely diagnose him with ADD, unmedicated ADD. The poor guy. Oh my goodness. He could not stay on task to do anything. He, bless his heart. And he's got to be like close to 70. He's got to be between 65 and 70 at least. He said they're trying to force me to retire, but it's not going to happen. And I can see why they're trying to force him to retire. He can't remember anything. He can't stay on task. He's such a nice guy. He's very, very sweet. He's a great gentleman, you know. But he just is so forgetful, and he can't stay on task, and it just takes forever. It takes forever to do for him to do stuff. I could ask for another nurse, but he hasn't done anything wrong. You know, I don't want to complain about him because he hasn't done anything wrong. He's just slow and forgetful, and he goes from one thing to another and back to this and that, and then he forgets what he was doing and starts doing something else, and that kind of thing kind of drives me crazy because I am the type of person who does a task and completes that task and then moves on to another task. um, I mean, not my crochet. Don't get me wrong. I'm not talking about my crocheting. I'm talking about like when I'm cleaning up or pretending to something and doing something. I complete the task before I move to another task. Like if I was cleaning, I would clean the whole bathroom before I moved to the kitchen. You know, some people run back and forth between rooms and do this in this room and that in that room. I don't do that. I complete a room, move to the next room. And this poor nurse, this guy, bless his heart, he can't stay on task to save his life. And like I said, he hasn't done anything wrong. I'm not going to complain about him or anything like that. It's just, I guess, his personality. And also, you know, he's up there in age and he's very forgetful. And um, it's hilarious watching him unless you're unless you're ready to go. And he's not getting your stuff done. But anyway, and then we had to run a few errands in town, and we were late getting home. It was like 4 o'clock before we got home yesterday evening, and we were both so wiped out that we took naps. And um, yeah. And then when I went to bed last night, I never did unwrap my hand. You know, we said we could do that on Friday, and I just never did do it because just because I was so wore out and had so much going on. That plus, I don't know, I'm a little nervous at seeing it for the first time to see what my hand looks like. I'm a little bit nervous doing that. So anyway, I'm going to unwrap my hand today and I'm going to record it. So this is a warning that I'm going to unwrap my hand. I have no idea what it looks like. It might look ugly. I don't really expect it to be gross. There will be stitches. So if you do not want to see that, you might want to turn the video off. Just giving you a warning, okay? So don't complain about it if you watch it. But I am going to go to my desk lay it on my desk and unwrap it and see what it looks like. And I want to invite you guys to come with me. So, I haven't had I've had pain. I mean, it hurts. I've had pain in this hand, but it's not terrible, unbearable pain, you know. It's not pain like, oh my gosh, I'm dying, my hand hurts. It's not that kind of pain until last night. Let me just tell you. I was in the bed asleep and I woke up and my hand was hurting so bad that I was screaming out because it was hurting. I mean, I wasn't screaming like I was dying, but I was just like, oh, my hand is hurting, you know, like, oh my gosh, my hand's hurting. And Big Daddy ended up getting up and getting me some pain medicine because it just hurt so bad. Um, but I tell you what, I was dreaming that I was crocheting. Okay, there's a project that I'm dying to start. And I was dreaming that I was working on that project. And I don't know, when I woke up, my hand was hurting so bad. And I felt like I had a crochet hook in my hand. And it felt like that pinky was wrapped around it and I couldn't let go of the crochet hook. I know this is crazy, right? And I was trying, like I was awake because it was hurting so bad. And I was looking, trying to see if there was a crochet hook in my because it hurt so bad. It felt like it was one in my hand and my pinky was wedged around it and I couldn't let go of it. But you know, I can move those fingers and like I can move that pinky that they just cut off. And so I think I must have had it in a fist around a pretend crochet hook and I couldn't let go of that fist. I don't know. I don't know, but it hurt. It hurt. And he got me some pain medicine and some Zofran so that I didn't, you know, get sick. But it finally eased up and I was able to go back to sleep. But I laid there probably over an hour with it just hurting really bad. So I can't be crocheting in my sleep, obviously. I don't know. I was dreaming about this project that I'm wanting to make. And so I don't know what I was doing to make it hurt so bad like that. But anyway, I do want to mention this hat because anytime I don't, it never fails. Somebody asks, you know, I've mentioned this hat like almost every video, but when I forget to, you know, somebody's like, oh, what hat is that? Do you have a pattern? Okay, I can't think of the lady's name, but she has this pattern on Ravelry. I know I don't say that correctly. And then Fiber Spider did a tutorial on the hat, and other people have too. So he's not the only one, but he's the one that I followed for the hat. So I will leave those links below if you want to see that. But anyway, I do love this hat. It's called the Divine Hat. I can't remember if I said that, but and I went in Michael's yesterday, and a lady said, I love your hat. She said, I've made that hat before too, and I really like that hat. And so, you know, I told her that I made this for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and so I'm, you know, wearing it this month. And she, you know, thought that was a good idea or whatever. So we chit chatted for just a second, and she was telling me they didn't have the yarn she came in for, and so, and she wasn't going to just buy yarn to be buying yarn, so she was leaving. And I was like, well, I've had a rough day, so I'm buying y'all. I had a gift card, and so I will show that later what I got with my gift card. Anyway, let's go and wrap this hand. If you're brave enough to watch it, I'm brave enough to do it on camera. How's that? Let's go. Okay, guys, this is your last warning. I'm about to unwrap my hand. Like I said, I have no idea what it looks like. It might look gross, so this is your warning. If you do not like to see gross things, you can turn the video off now. This is Velcroed. Well, I guess I could just do it like this. Remember I told y'all that the doctor had taken this off and cut that bandage to give me some relief because my hand was swelling and the bandage was on just a little too tight, and with it swelling it was hurting while I was in recovery. So that's what he cut. All right. I'm a little bit nervous, okay? You can still see before surgery, he came and marked my hand and said it's a SS for surgery site, and he drew an arrow to that finger, and he put a big purple dot at the top of the finger. It does hurt a little. We did go to Walmart yesterday and bought some big Band-Aids because the doctor said once I take this, bandage off, to just put a big Band-Aid on it. He said clean it with peroxide and put a big Band-Aid on it. That was his instructions. Oh. Oh, gosh. That's a lot of stitches, y'all. Oh. Gosh. I don't know. It looks like he had to go down some and it looks like he had to go down a little bit. I don't know. It just kind of looks weird. I don't know if that light helps any of it. That little part right there, I don't know if you can see that. It looks like it needed a stitch right there. That part has been hurting. That is a lot of stitches. Oh. The stitches feel really tight. This is all just so swollen. So yeah, after the swelling goes down and that soreness goes away, I'm gonna let that all before I try to crochet, because that is very sore, and it just feels like those stitches are super tight. But it's a swelling, you know what I'm saying? It's swelled up so bad. Well, I don't know. It's not what I was really expecting it to look like, because it just looks like, I don't know, it looks like he went down into the hand some. I don't know. What do you guys think? So that's my hands. I mean, there is no pinky whatsoever left there, is it? Wow. I don't know. It's a little emotional seeing it for the first time. I'm going to clean it with some peroxide. I'm going to get Big Daddy to help me pour some peroxide over that and clean it. And then put a Band-Aid on it because I don't want those stitches to snag on anything. And I go back and see the surgeon October the 27th. I doubt he takes the stitches out then. He'll probably just look at it and see how it's doing and have me to come back in another week to do the stitches. Gosh, I really just wasn't expecting it to look like that. Okay, guys, well, here it is. It is what it is. That's just something I'm gonna have to get used to. And it does look pretty gross. Yeah, I know it looks kind of gross, don't it? And like I just showed Big Daddy, and I was just like, it went down further than I expected. And he said, well, your pinky knuckle is down further, so that's true. I don't know. I was just expecting it to kind of be straight across. I wasn't expecting that dip. Ain't that silly? I wasn't expecting that dip, so anyway, so I'm just gonna go pour some peroxide over it and put a big Band-Aid back on it. And I know not everyone's going to agree with the peroxide thing because I know that's not, some people don't recommend that nowadays, but that's what my doctor said to do. And so that's what I'm going to do, is what my doctor said to do. So just clean it with some peroxide and put a Band-Aid on it. He didn't say to put any Neosporin or anything like that on it, just peroxide and a Band-Aid. Alright guys, thank you for watching. If you was brave enough to watch. Guess all I can do is a thumbs up now. It's gonna take some getting used to. I mean, I'm not gonna pretend that I'm all okay with it, because I'm not. It's gonna take some getting used to it. It's gonna take some getting used to the way my hand looks. And it's ugly right now, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know. Alright, well, maybe it'll probably take a week or so for that swelling to start going down. And then, because it is super swollen, I'm not sure y'all can tell how swollen that is, but it is. All this is swollen. And back here, all this is swollen. I just can't get over how it looks. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll be back with another video soon. Bye, friends.